Vegas clearly thinks Oklahoma City is, minus 800 means they're like upwards of 80-some% to win the series. With all that said, if they lose tonight, they're in a dogfight. If they lose tonight, they are staring at consecutive 7-game series. I would still think they're in good position to win the series, and home court seems to really matter in the West.
It could be a series that goes
exactly. That never starts. The old thing, the old series that never starts. But I think it was I'm usually pretty good at guessing what the pregame lines would be. I would have thought this would be 6.5, 7. Wow. 3 means it's not quite a coin flip, but it's close to 1. And I really believe that Minnesota is Oklahoma City is clearly the deeper team. So I think that the blowout plus no travel is advantage Minnesota, because they want, they want to be able to play their best guys as close to the whole game as possible, Ant in particular. And so Ant should be the freshest going into this game that he's been in any game, the rest of the aside from game 1. Right. And so I thought OKC would be big favorites, and I'm not as optimistic as I guess Brew is that Minnesota, I don't want to, you didn't say they unlocked something, but that there was,
No, I think they'll win. Look, they got to win tonight. It's obviously over if they lose this game. So they got no choice. They got to come out and get it done.
Did the crowd chanting free throw merchant at SGA hit your radar?
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
I watched some of these games on mute. That's the first time I'm hearing that.
Are you joking or not?
I swear to God. I wasn't on Twitter this weekend. I watched the game on mute.
Yeah, it was loud.
Oh, yeah. No, I did not know that happened.
It feels like an effective chant. It's just like, it's like a version of the Giannis count. Where it's like, it seems like
Well, he was 4 for 4 from the line, but that's telling. He only got there 4 times.
Correct.
He didn't play a ton.
That was interesting.
No, it didn't. It's what crowds do. It's what visiting crowds do.
Free throw merchant?
Well, whatever. If there's something that they can pick at a guy,
that's what I'm saying. It's odd, like you don't deserve to be at the line.
But you're surprised they're trying to get under his skin.
I thought it just reminded me of like chants that work. It's like Giannis's count and this. I feel like.
Well, here's what I don't think. Okay. I don't think so much.
So you going with me tonight, Minnesota not?
No, I still believe in
it. I don't think as much it's the crowd's stuff getting to him during the game. I do think the conversation post game 1 has impacted how he has played games 2 and 3.
Yes.
Game 2, I thought it impacted him in almost a positive way, because I thought it was a reminder
the best game
to everyone that he doesn't have to do that jabroni stuff in order to get 30 and be a great player. And I thought he played what Twitter would call an ethical game for the vast majority of game 2. In the fourth quarter, he did a bit. And then game 3, maybe because it was a blowout, maybe because he wasn't getting the calls. Right, it didn't factor in. But I do think that has, as I say, reached his desk. This is what people are saying about me in the midst of me winning the MVP and my team being a huge favorite to win the championship. The conversation was a little more negative than it typically would be about my style of play.
Refs hear it too.
Well, that's where I think it's affected the refs. I think the whole social media backlash, all that affected the refs.
Coming up next, probably not the take of the year. We've already did that for. What does that mean?
This is Brock Purdy throwing a pie.
Oh, okay.
You guys do have a very similar throwing motion. Takes forever. Not a lot of
I used to be able to hurl that thing back in the day.
Can we stay just a little bit longer?
Don't worry, we'll be back.
I can't believe they're leaving.